Y'all ever heard the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know? Well, the other cool thing with SPACs is relationships that you build with the banks and the company and all the people along the way. Even if you don't get one of the SPACs the first time, one of the companies the first time, you always go the second one. But guess what? It works both ways. What am I getting at? This is absolutely huge for DMYI. IonQ, which is the company they're going with, and SoftBank Investment Advisors team up to expand quantum computing access globally. This is huge. Announced the strategic partnership for SoftBank Visions Fund 1 and 2 to deploy quantum first solutions in the industries, geographic areas, and portfolios where SoftBank is already in the vanguard. The partnership expands access to IonQ's leading quantum computers globally, and the SoftBank Vision Fund 2 also joins IonQ's world-leading investor base as it approaches its public debut. We are humbled to have such a vote of confidence from the team at SoftBank, given the unparalleled track record of spotting step-changing disruptive stuff in technology, right? The CEO said of IonQ, partnering with SoftBank will enable IonQ to put our industry-leading quantum hardware in the hands of entrepreneurs, builders, problem solvers around the world, from logistics to prop tech to material science, potential applications of quantum computing, blah, blah. What's going on here? So, SoftBank, I believe, was front-running IonQ, right? As the bank, right? Well, they're like, hey, what if after the SPAC deal, we actually gave you the whole portfolio and our Rolodex of all the companies that we invest in, and we will help pitch your service to them. Because all new electronic companies, anything to do with electronics whatsoever, logistics, anything that needs a computer, which is every business in the world, they need IonQ. Even for me, I was thinking like, dude, to process one of my videos on my computer, which is actually pretty fast, it still takes me like 30 minutes to render it. And then I gotta upload it to YouTube, and YouTube is not using quantum computing for YouTube. Can you believe that? But it takes them like 35, 45 minutes to like fully upload it. It just sits there and uploads and uploads and uploads. It just takes forever. And it's mostly on their side. It's not the internet connection that we're waiting on here. It's gonna process it, all that. Imagine if even YouTube is finally gonna be into IonQ. Because remember, Google Venture, GV, is very interested in IonQ for that reason. They need them, dude. Imagine if I could render videos like that, streaming would be better, these videos I could get out way faster, all that. But get this, so I'm like, let me take a look at what's in those funds. What's in these funds? Check this out. So, here's a company they invest in. Remember Grab? Remember that big, huge food delivery thing in Singapore, Southeast Asia? Boom, there's one right there. A bunch of companies I haven't heard of, but they seem big. ByteDance, Cameo, Coupang, Extend, Fanatics, I've heard of that, is changing the way fans purchase their favorite team apparel. So I think it's like New Era hats and jerseys, all that stuff. There's some sort of middleman with that. Cool. Then this one stuck out. Guess what? eToro. Buying stocks platform. Imagine if eToro starts using DMYI. Cabbage, Klarna. Done a whole video on Klarna. This one blew my mind. Think about Nvidia, dude. If Nvidia started saying, by the way, some of our stuff is powered by the cloud through DMYI, dude, that's huge. And they totally could. They're starting to even do that. Like, run part of the stuff on your current video card or whatever that's in your phone or your computer, and the rest do it on the cloud, or utilize, somehow get it in the middle of that. It's huge. DoorDash, SoftBank's with DoorDash. Open Door, View, remember View? WeWork, Aurora, self-driving semis, Uber. We've heard of Flipkart. We got Perch, acquiring and operating top Amazon third-party direct-to-consumer brands at scale. So there's a supplemental Amazon play we got. Plenty. Standard, I haven't heard of some of these. Upside Foods, reimagining how meat is made by harvesting it from cells instead of animals. Any sort of DNA processing, that stuff takes forever, even for supercomputers, but not these ones. Not quantum, dude. Quantum it's crazy. Even found this, they've got tons of articles smacking out for SoftBank because they're getting ready to launch their fund number 2. I don't remember how many billions it is, but it's a monster fund, like $50 billion fund, the Vision Group number 2. And they said we're getting access to that also. Here's just one. It's a $400 million deal. It's all over Dubai, and I guess it's like, it's almost like startup kitchens, like ghost kitchens called Katapi. 60 kitchens and more than 1,500 employees. So we've got that whole thing too. Like, dude, if you want a scale food delivery or something, imagine if it was running on a super duper duper computer through the cloud or through the satellites, however the heck they're going to do it. I don't know. There's so much macro involved in thinking of this. It's one of those things where I think eventually most bigger companies, anything that's on a future index, anything in the Russell, right? The QQQs, they're probably mostly all going to end up running on quantum computers of some kind. Imagine getting in a quantum computer play when it's not cool and still pretty darn cheap. Where's this at right now? I forgot to look up the price action. All I know is it's probably still pretty cheap. I'm guessing the warrants are like at $2-ish and the commons maybe 12. I don't know. But regardless, just even thinking about even one or two of these companies and brands that we might be able to associate and help out and make faster, more profitable in a huge way. You don't need your own data servers, just use ours, right? You don't need to put up $700 million and have a big data center with supercomputers. Just use ours. That's what this is all about. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I have like 3 more videos on DMYI. Go check them out. Do you notice how I don't have any sort of advertisements on my videos whatsoever? All I ask is you just help share this video. Just reshare however you found this, put it on your Twitter, your stock twits, or wherever you're at. Be greatly appreciated. We got more news coming out soon.